the end of this movie was like playing Top Gun on NES, where you're having fun with the game, you're flying, you're blowing planes up, and then it comes time to land the plane. And I don't know about y'all, but I've never landed a plane in Top Gun on NES, and that's what this movie was. It was a good time until it was time to land the plane. All right, y'all. So Uncle Shy got a story to tell. All right, I'm gonna tell this story, and this will give you a picture of what I'm feeling about when it comes to this movie, Bring Her Back. So this is a true story now, and mind you, I don't want y'all to judge my brother on this. He was a very small kid when this happened, but I'm using this as an example to summarize how I feel about this movie. So it was a group of us cousins, right? It was myself, my younger brother, who was probably about maybe 5 at the time. And it was my cousin China, who you've probably seen on the channel before, and her sisters, right? And the youngest sister at the time was 3, 2 years younger than my brother. So we're just playing, shooting the shit, blah, 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 throwing stuff at each other and kicking each other and clothes. Like, it's WrestleMania on Church Street. And as in the chaos of everything that's going on, my brother becomes a villain for a moment because the devil jumps in him. So the youngest cousin, right, Corinne, she throws something at my brother. She did something to him. And my brother, with everything he had, drew his leg back and he kicked the shit out of my cousin. 3 years old now. Well, my brother's 5, she's 3. Kicked the shit out of her. She flew in fast motion. Remember Evil Dead 2? When Ash was going through the woods, when he was like going backwards, it was like that. So she went backwards in fast motion. Bam! Hit the damn dresser. Fell to the ground. Everything paused. We're all like, oh shit. In that moment, I just knew that her sisters, my cousins, was going to jump him. And even though that's my brother, I was going to let him get jumped because he deserved that ass whooping. So we all knew that my brother deserved the whooping of his life. Like, okay, just hearing the story, like, oh my God, he kicked the baby? Yes, he kicked her, kicked the shit out of her, right? Needs his ass tore out the frame. My mom had a rule, okay, you ain't got no kids. If any of my kids do something, you tell me, then I'll handle that. Okay, cool. So they tell her, Auntie Joe, Quentin just kicked Corinne across the room and she hit her head. And she says, what? To my brother to go in the room. Get your ass in the room. I'm going to handle you in a minute. So we're like, oh, shit. We're waiting like, oh, shit. It's about to go down. She about to beat the shit out of him. Oh, shit. My mom comes in there. Right, my brother's sitting in the chair. This is a true story now. And we're just waiting, like, even including myself, right? That's my little brother. And we're looking like, he about to get his ass beat. My brother looked up at her. My mom looked down at him. She says, give me your hand. And she raised her hand up, and we're all like, the hand goes up. Keep your feet on the ground. All right. That's what you said. It was that quick. Keep your feet on the ground. All right. Now tell me, after hearing what my brother did, was you satisfied with the result? All right. Was you satisfied by the payoff of that story? Where after what he just did, that heinous act, and just keep your feet on the ground. All right. That's how I feel about this movie. I almost called it Talk to Me, but it's from the same people that did Talk to Me. So Bring Her Back is the new horror joint made by the same people that did Talk to Me, which was one of my favorite movies, my favorite horror movies of 2023, right? And lately I've been giving horror movies like a lot of praise over American movies. I say, yo, American movies, I need to get y'all shit together. I need to follow what these people are doing because they are kicking our asses. This is going to be the first time where I say, like, yeah, this time a foreign horror movie just didn't do it for me. Now, with that being said, I did like a lot of this movie, all right? So I saw no trailers. I came into this movie completely blind. I knew nothing. All I saw was the poster with the chick with the hand, with the chipped off fingernail polish. And mind you, never trust a woman that has chipped off fingernail polish, right? So that's all I saw. The little boy looked like he was possessed. That's all I knew. So coming into this, I was completely blind. So this film follows these two kids. I forgot the blonde Asian girl name. What was her name? Pearl or something like that. And then the boy, who I thought did a really good job, the brother, I thought he was really good in the movie. So their father dies, and so now they're about to be put into the system. The little girl's about to get adopted, but the brother's like, no, I have to look after her. Like, as soon as I turn 18, I'm gonna adopt her. She's gonna be with me. So they happen to fall into the hands of this crazy bitch who clearly has issues. I don't know well, they explain how she slipped through the cracks and was able to adopt kids, but this woman has no business having no kids. When I say that this woman, the foster mom, is one of those characters where you can't wait to see them get theirs. You know, you want to see her get foobarred, okay, beyond recognition. And so in this movie, like this, there's so many things happening. And I mean, it's a slow burn, so it's nothing like Talk to Me, okay? So if you're expecting Talk to Me, you're not going to get that. This is a slow burn that builds up, and it has themes of, you know, the pain that foster kids go through when, you know, their parents die, then they have to go into a new home, and, you know, being an adolescent and all that stuff, and the fact that they was real teenagers, because even the boy, he had real pimples and shit. You know, he looked like he was a real kid. So I did like the themes of this movie, you know what I mean? And loss, okay, it has to do with loss and, you know, dealing with loss and coping with loss. So there is a lot of good things in this movie. I think if not for the end, I think I would appreciate this a lot more, because the end really ruined it for me. The end of this movie was like playing Top Gun on NES, where you're having fun with the game, you're flying, you're blowing planes up, and then it comes time to land the plane. And I don't know about y'all, but I've never landed a plane in Top Gun on NES. And that's what this movie was. It was a good time until it was time to land the plane. And then when it was time to land the plane, the payoff did not do it. And there was a couple sitting actually behind me, and I heard the dude, he was mad. He was like, that was some stupid shit. That was some dumb shit. How the hell? And I'm thinking to myself, yes, not to spoil too much, but nah, the payoff did not work. And I walked away from this film feeling frustrated, because it's like it was working. It was working, but it's like everything that happened, there was no retribution. There was no like real consequences of the actions that took place. And there was some bad things that happened here, man. And there was times too, like, you know, a couple of movies did it to me this year where I had to turn my head. Where am I at now? I had to turn my head a couple of times, right? Ugly Stepsister made me turn my head, and this movie made me turn my head twice. Because anything that has to do with nails, eyeballs, and teeth, And I said it out loud to the theater. I said, I said, I turned my head like that. I said, I said, nope, I'm not doing that. We are not doing that. All right. I had to make sure I had my own teeth in my own mouth, like a couple of times. Like, yeah. So with that being said, not to hold y'all long, this movie worked on a lot of levels, and you know, and that's not fair to say that this is the first foreign failure horror movie that I've seen in a long time, because I wouldn't want to call this movie a failure, but I did really feel underwhelmed by it, and I feel it didn't stick the landing. I can't say that enough, man. This movie just did not stick the landing for me, and I hate when a movie does that, where I'm on board, I'm really loving it, and then by the end you're like, damn it, you almost had it, man. All right. To quote De Niro from Copland, you had a chance to be a great movie and you blew it. I still give it a B- though. Like, this movie had that much good things going for it, where I can still give it a B-, you know, even though it was a slow burn at times, but it still had my interest. It was tense, and man, great performances too, man. Like, it's like the biggest compliment I can give this movie is that it has some really dope ass performances, man. I was really, especially from the foster mom. I don't know her name, but she was really good. And the boy, I think his name was Andy. Like, everybody was good in this movie. But, man, okay, imagine watching Misery, right? And everything that Kathy Bates did in Misery. And then at the end, she just gets slapped on the wrist like, now, don't do that again. Okay. B-, what did you guys think of Bring Her Back? And the title, that title is, you know, Bring Her Back. That title fits. It fits. And yeah. I mean, did this lady not see Pet Sematary? Did this lady not see Pet Sematary? And what's another one I think of when I think of this shit? Child's Play. All right. This is Child's Play, Pet Sematary. Like, lady, did you not see those movies? Did you not know that this shit's not gonna end well? Anyways, what y'all think about the movie, man? Comment fully below. Let me know what you thought. If you like it, did this content, like and subscribe, notification bell in the corner. This is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video. Peace.